It's been a while since I've uploaded any videos on my channel, but I just felt I needed to do this. To be honest, since that last video and the change of my YouTube channel's name from the Misfit Kyanese Chinese to Design Your Becoming, and ironically I thought that was the best suited name for my channel, as I really would like to capture the journey of the becoming, like truly living by design instead of living by default. And I was really proud of myself, like making that last video, because I felt that was the most raw and authentic video that really encapsulated all of these emotions and thoughts in my head that I've been going through this year. But little did I know, the unexpected twist happened. For the past few weeks, I've been through some tough time with mental shutdown or brain fog, and I'm constantly in low energy, and to a point I had a few meltdowns, and I couldn't be sure like what's going on, and I thought I've been doing all the work. I was so caught up in like the things that I need to be doing for redesigning my life, and all while juggling my 9-to-5 job. But it feels like it was this whole things just jumbled up together and just surfaced during this time, which I really didn't expect, as we're embracing the year end and going towards the new year. I thought I would be like, mentally prepared and well energized, and this vibrant me of embracing 2025 with all the things that I thought I am doing great. For the last few weeks, I've been experiencing this emotional meltdown and sort of like almost like the anxiety as well at work, and the mental shutdown at work. It was alarming for me, and I think my colleagues as well are aware of that, and it just scared the hell out of me. It was the first impetus actually that leads to this series of meltdown when I was just coming back from a 2-day training, absence from work, and being back on seat, I have to catch up with everything and attending meetings. When this meeting was like overrun a little bit, and I got so mad because things didn't turn out the way it's supposed to be, and it just caused this trembling in my body and lightheadedness, and I had to just step away from my desk and excuse myself to go to the clinic. I knew it wouldn't help me, but it was my attempt to just wanting someone to just quickly fix me. But I had that first meltdown at the clinic, and the doctor couldn't do much but just holding that space for me. And she advised me to go for like a therapy or meeting up with psychiatrists or psychologists. And when I first heard of those words, I wasn't really comfortable. Like, is this really something wrong with me? Like, we tend to label this good and bad and labeling stuff when you're just not being like the normal self, like majority of the people. I always try to keep myself really well aware of my mental state, my well-being, my physical overall well-being. That's why I'm so passionate about holistic well-being. So when that happened to me, I felt like a failure. Like, I couldn't figure out why all of this is happening to me, because I've been doing the inner work. You can even like see some videos that I've been making on how to transform or rewire your thoughts with Dr. Joe Dispenza, with meditation, journaling. And I'm really a big fan of Eckhart Tolle on spiritual stuff. And so I couldn't pinpoint what was going on back then. But then after that, when I had like series of meltdown and just feeling empty and disconnected from people around me, then it really scares me a bit. I really have to like step back and wondering what is this my body and my mind are trying to tell me. I know something is off because that's the way our body and mind telling us, we're off track. Hey, just maybe you need to pause and reflect and reset. I believe that everyone is going through a different life path. We have this different, diverse background. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to things or in labeling this bad and good for us when it comes to mental fitness. Why I use the term mental fitness? Because here in our culture, it's still quite stigmatized when you use the words like mental health. It's like something is wrong with you. There's this negative connotation around it. But when I say mental fitness, it's akin to like your physical fitness. It's something that you have to constantly focus on. It's not just, that state of mind. It's that intentional habits for you to strengthening your mental fitness. That's why I am very passionate about that. And even in my previous video, I did mention that I showed up to a community event trying to share on this mental fitness topic. Because I know some of the people around me are struggling with it, but not really wanting to deal with it or seeking help. And so when this happened to me, I knew that I probably have to reach out. But I have been in close contact with a counselor through app. It's actually an app that is provided by our company. When I shared all of the things that I've been through to this counselor or the psychologist, so there are things that he made me realize that probably there are more like unprocessed emotions in me as well. I do have like bits and pieces of understanding how my childhood trauma actually resurfacing back into other aspects of my life, be it in work or maybe my relationship with people. So when he mentioned that, he told me I actually should hold space for myself as well and just give grace and being compassionate towards myself to feel these emotions and just accepting that I'm not a failure. I'm just processing it, feeling it. And I even shared something about, this is the privilege of a human being, right? To feel the full range of emotions. But because we are so fixated on labeling what is positive or negative, and then as if like there's something wrong with us when we felt low in life or felt down or unhappy or disconnected, like it scares people. Is there something wrong with us? But it's just the fact of life. We have to go through all of this. For me, I do understand that by going through this, it's the space for transformation or growth. Because I did go through a tough time during my early life, during my childhood. So those life adversities really shaped me into the person that I am. But I didn't expect when I'm going through this now at this phase of my life, I wasn't really expected that as I was really focusing on redesigning my life and figuring things out. But probably there's more to that I really need to dig deeper and get more like insights on truly understanding what I'm going through. And I really hope that with this channel, I can really share that through authentically with you guys and showing you that all of this healing process of getting to know yourself, healing process is not linear, and it's just probably it takes like baby steps. I would like to share this moment where I felt very tired and heavy after work, and like I always emphasize in my previous video, body movement is really important, not only for your physical but also for your mental state or for your well-being. So I knew something was wrong that time because it was just this heaviness that I just couldn't, I felt like I couldn't pull through. But I really forced myself to just be out from my apartment and just go for a quick walk. Then I remember at that point of time when I was at this fish pond nearby, as I stood there, it was late evening. I just closed my eyes and listening to the sound of the crickets and just truly feel the presence of me being there. Then I somehow realized that shallow breath of mine. I forgot that the constant companion, actually my breath. The only thing that I have that time is my breath. And so I quickly just opened my eyes back and some deep breathing to quickly maybe comfort my nervous system. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't know what to do back then, but I just go back to basics, doing the breath work, and instantly grounded me. It's not that the heaviness just went away, but at least I felt like much better with the deep breathing. And so that was a reminder for myself, because it's so easy for us to just say, doing the breath work, meditation to, for you to feel better. But it's during that point of time you can't think about anything else but just this heaviness or this negativity in your thoughts. And that was a profound moment for me, as till this day it will always remind me that I always have my breath with me, and I have to be grateful, to get to wake up to the next day and see the world again. How blessed and lucky we are, right? And so with that, I proceeded and walked and sat down on a bench at the playground. My feet felt the earth underneath it, doing this grounding, and I felt calm. I guess I always try to go back to nature. I feel that's the best remedy for me. And I also come to the realization that I'm becoming more sensitive to the energy of the people around me. Previously, I do feel it that way, but it was like more intense for the past few weeks, especially with that constant fatigue. And I just needed to understand what was going on and how can I overcome that, because I'm still feeling that residue of the fatigue and all, and I'm still seeking some help on how to navigate this better. I felt this is a pivotal moment in my life whereby transformation is needed. I just need to figure out my way and navigating this. And the reason why I'm recording this, because I feel like people around me do not really understand what I'm going through. People might think that, why is she not doing well? I mean, she's living alone and she has a well-paid job, and she doesn't have to, worry about kids or husband and all, right? But deep down, actually, it's probably that loneliness as well, the lack of connection and support system is also part of what I'm going through right now. As I realized when I just recently went back for Christmas with the family, I still felt that energy being sucked out of me, except when I had a great time with my niece and our dog. There's one routine that I always go to, that is to bring my niece and our family dog out for an evening walk. That is the time when I feel more calm and present as well, because just the three of us enjoying our time together. There's this indescribable feeling about kids and dogs. I feel it's like their soul are so pure that they are not there to judge you or drain your energy. They're just being there and being honest. With kids, they're just. My niece is really chatty, and she just speaks whatever comes through her mind. That's their innocent is what's like bringing the joy in me, I guess. So I really enjoy time spent with them. But then coming back here to KK, I have to recover, and I realized like I am having some hard time to get up from bed, and I try to just giving that space for myself in grace, like it's okay for me to just rest, and it's not me abandoning or ghosting the world. It's just me doing some self-care, if you would say that. I just want to say that you are not alone. Like even myself, when I thought like I've been doing all of this inner work and doing things, trying to be more purposeful and getting that zest of life back, but sometimes our body and minds are not in sync, so they will give us some signals in terms of these physical and emotional signs. We are all in this together, and I believe that we will come out stronger from this. I always believe in that, because that's how dealing with my rough childhood previously, it shaped me to the person that I am. I'm very independent and I would say resilient, but in some ways, of course, when these things happen, you thought like you're a failure, because you always have to put this, strong image at the forefront, like being this person who is very well put together. But it's okay to just step back for a bit. Now I know it's not easy to actually open up and seek help when you needed it. Previously, I felt like I thought, I always keep on saying to people, I encourage people to just reach out if they need help. I always been trying to hold space for people, and probably in a way I was hoping people to do the same for me. I've been dealing everything on my own, and that's why I keep on pushing through, doing the YouTube stuff. And I even went on threads, trying to find connection. As I found out that, there are many people that can resonate with each other on threads. And ironically, I felt like those are the people that I really wanted to connect, because I'm not quite sure what I'm going through, and I'm trying to find that like-minded people as well, or community to just support each other. And I felt that sense of relief, but at the same time, I do tend to feel a bit overwhelmed with the usage of social media. So I'm really being mindful of that as well. But I feel like ultimately that connection is really important for me. I have been suppressing that for too long. That was also part of why I want to redesign my life. I want to be somewhere where I felt like there's this community to support each other, that resonate with each other, because I feel like in Alien here, it's always this lingering theme in my life, like I feel different, or I feel like people don't really understand me. It's not that I'm unable to relate with people. I do. I can be friendly with people, but everything I feel, it's almost like surface. I feel like that need of able to express myself and being seen and heard in that way, like someone to just hold space, like I mentioned earlier. I also remember like during this trip back with my family for Christmas, my niece just out of the blue was saying, she said, "You are so pretty," she told me. And I almost choked up. I felt like it was something that I needed to hear, but for someone who rarely, receive compliment or receive it very well, because I often felt like, I can be much better, or I guess it's lack of that self-love or self-acceptance. it caught me by surprise, but I really appreciated her. I mean, like, a kid is being brutally honest, and when they said that kind of stuff, I know it's genuine. But I just not sure why she said that to me during the point that I needed the most. Like, it's just the synchronicity. I feel like how timely it is to hear that during this time of my life after some difficult weeks. So all of this, I really try to embrace it, accept it, and try to reflect on it and slowly reset back or course correct, if you may say. And I even reach out to have like a face-to-face appointment with a psychologist because I'm being curious in what would be the approach or strategy. But I realized I didn't get what I've expected it to be, or I don't really feel the connection. And so I know this is not the typical year-end YouTube video that you watch on YouTube, but I feel the need of just being transparent and being honest with the channel, as what the channel's name, Design Your Becoming. And I really hope for whoever is going through a tough time in your life, no matter at what phase you're at, or you may be feeling like you're not good enough or you're not progressing well this year, but I truly hope if you can give yourself grace, just pause and reflect back and slowly reset back. Remember, you're not failing, you're just feeling it. You're just processing it and navigating this inner world of yours. There's no one-size-fits-all approach, I believe, and so just try to zoom out, to be attuned with your mind, your body, and your spirituality. And I hope you'll have a transformative year ahead. I'm really looking forward to that. I know it may not be easy, but I believe that with perseverance, resilience, we will be there together. And I hope this channel as well will serve as that platform, to grow together, to learn and inspire each other. So I'm wishing you well and Happy New Year. Speak soon.